Welcome to the 365 Performance Show with your host, Scott Dillon.
So I'm training for this marathon. It's on Sunday, and I just did one of my final training runs. So I've been, up until now, I've been running for like an hour, sometimes close to 2 hours, just to try and get the kilometers into my joggers, just so my body's ready for it when I run 42 Ks. Anyway, yesterday I ran 3 Ks. Depending where you're at, you might be like, Scott, 3 kilometers is really far, or you might be like, Scott, that's like nothing, man. But here's the thing, these 3 Ks were different, because unlike when I was running for an hour and just shuffling along, these 3 Ks were like a time trial, and I had to go as fast as I possibly could. The first 30 seconds, there was no worries. It wasn't painful, it was all good, could have set a world record. And then all of a sudden, all that speed and all that quickness that I did, it caught up with me. And about 2 minutes in, I was running like a wounded buffalo. I was puffing and panting. The guy that was going for a walk that saw me running, he probably thought that I just got shot in the kneecaps. It was absolutely terrible. And to tell you the truth, I wanted to give up. And I probably would have if I didn't tell someone what I was actually doing, because it was absolutely horrible. Anyway, cut a long story short, I eventually finished it. I survived. All's good. But here's the thing. It was a lot less distance than I've been going, but the intensity was so much higher, yeah? And it made me think about things in my own life, because there's been lots of times where I've tried to do things quick, tried to do things really fast, and it was painful. It hurt more. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't take the time to appreciate it. All I was doing was rushing, doing it as quick as I could, wanting a quick fix. And then eventually, after living like that and doing it for a week, maybe 2 if I'm lucky, I gave up. So it was no longer enjoyable, no longer fun. It just sucked the whole entire time. And I want you to consider right now, in your life, there's an area where possibly you're trying to do too much. Maybe you are that person that's contemplating or in the midst of trying to improve your health and fitness. You haven't done anything for a long time, and instead of being like, hey, you know what, I'm just going to eat a good breakfast for the next 2 weeks, or hey, I'm just going to go for a walk for 20 minutes each day. No, you're actually that person that's thinking that they need to eat absolutely perfect every single meal of the day, 7 days a week. And instead of just going for a walk or doing some light exercise, you're telling yourself that you need to do some crazy 2-hour training program 5 to 7 days a week. Maybe you're a bit of a goose like I was, and you got to a point where maybe your relationship, you were kind of not as connected as you used to be, and in order to fix the problem, you're like, hey, well, what we'll do, we'll go on a nice long holiday, instead of maybe just thinking about communicating more often what you love and appreciate your partner for. Or maybe you're a goose as well like me when it comes to business and finances. Maybe, you're wanting to save up some money, but instead of just putting a small amount away every single day, you're trying to live like a complete and utter tight ass, not enjoying anything in life, saving every penny, not spending a cent, and you're living like you're in a concentration camp instead of just putting a few bucks away consistently. So I want you to have a think, where right now in your life is there one area where you're doing too much? It's not enjoyable, and all you need to really do is back off the brakes a little bit. Not give up and not do anything, but where can you simplify it and do less, but do it more consistently? Because I know myself, if I had to run that 3 Ks as quick as I did yesterday and do that often, I don't think I'd ever bloody train again. So something to think about. Have a great day, and here's to me hopefully surviving the marathon. Thank you for listening. If you haven't already, please head over to the365show.com, where you can gain instant access to our 4-part video series. If you like what we're doing, please leave us a review, and also make sure you're subscribed so you get kept in the loop. And finally, finally, if you know anyone else that could benefit from this show, please share it with them.